Hello and welcome to your channeled message. Whoever I am speaking to, I am hearing your guide say that she is ready. You are ready for something big. You are ready for your next breakthrough. You are ready to leave behind the old self and become anew. I am seeing someone lay down in a casket. This is a death of the old self, the death of an old way of operating, the death of the old way of showing up. And rather, you are moving into this new embodied version of yourself. If recently you have felt like all of a sudden you are getting this re-inspiration, this new motivation, this new way of wanting to operate, maybe trying to break free of old paradigms or issues that have been in your way, then I trust that this message is for you. Now, before we get too far into it, let me introduce myself. Welcome to the Cosmic Rose Activation. My name is Michaela, and on this channel, I help women turn water into gold, transmuting the seemingly impossible into the possible. My goal is to help you alchemize the situations you may be facing in life through the wisdom of your spirit team, so you can be hand-delivered to your highest timeline. Whether you are being challenged with your relationships, manifestations, or career, we talk about it all here, so you can heal within to manifest your dream reality. Now, as with any reading, please remember to take what resonates and leave the rest, knowing that your intuition will never steer you in the wrong direction. As I was getting a general idea on the energy of this reading, I had pulled the Hermit card in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse. And the Ten of Swords is like, all right, well, I guess it can't get any worse than this. 10 is the highest number. And with the swords, if you look at the card, it is somebody being stabbed in the back. And the energy that I am getting is that you have been through this period of life where you are feeling this need to withdraw your energy. You are wondering when your breakthrough will come. There is some significant situation that you have been going through recently. This could be in your relationships, or it could be in your career, your finances. There is something that has been blocking you, and you're not quite understanding why this shift has happened, why you are where you are. Maybe you took a huge risk in your life and you thought it would come to you pretty easily, pretty softly, and yet you're up against roadblock after roadblock. If so, I have been channeling multiple messages on this, specifically the message that I had posted yesterday. I will link in the, not in the description, but in the pinned comment down below. Be sure to check that out because I know there is going to be more messages in there for you. But what I had heard in my meditation leading up to this was never a downfall. Only you perceived it as a downfall. You will see this as your blessing. You will see that this low point in your life was the thing that catapulted you into your next level. The video that I had posted yesterday was all about you are about to experience a new level in glowing up. You are about to experience a new level of locking in. I see that you have been working on some kind of project, manifesting something into your life, and you have been great about the hustle mentality. You have been great about showing up, about trying to the best of your ability, suit up, show up, do the things that you know you are meant to do. But there's something about your old mode of operating that will not work for you anymore. You cannot operate in the way that you used to, and yet manifest the life that you are moving into. Recently, I have been channeling a lot about the inner child. And what I'm seeing is this old mode of operating was all strictly based out of the inner child, the patterning that you learned from either a young age or maybe in your past. And I see that you have been stuck in a loop over and over and over again. You have been operating from this loop, trying to find the solution, trying to find your way out. And what I'm seeing is there's some animal, I can't really clearly make it out, but it's like stuck in a pool and it's like scrambling along the side of the pool, but it can't get out. It's like really, really struggling. And what I'm seeing is that you are this animal. You are struggling. You want to save your life. You want to scramble. You want to hustle. You want to make it so that you don't have to suffer. And what I'm seeing is this animal actually begins to surrender, not to die, but hopefully in the sense that something bigger will come and save it. Instead of wasting its precious energy on scrambling and doing the best it can it surrender and just float in the hopes and dreams that something bigger will come in and save it? That is you. You are at this breaking point of complete surrender. And in that video, I think it is so significant that you go and watch it because Spirit had asked, are you ready? Are you ready? And then today I'm channeling, she's ready. Okay, because I wasn't understanding. I kept asking Spirit, what is she's ready? What does that really mean? I kept trying to get clear. You're ready. You're ready and willing to take the suggestions. You're ready and willing to move forward in a more conscious and surrendered state. Whatever you are building, it was put on your heart from the divine. This is not something that you selfishly want and have to worry about that the universe is not going to deliver. You will be delivered to your desired outcome tenfold. What you want is seeking you as well. But in order to receive this manifestation, your desired outcome, there is a level of you having to die to the old self and rebirth to the new self, reinvent the new self. And you cannot create this new life and yet hold on to the old patterning, the old beliefs that keep you stuck in the old mode of thinking. I'm hearing survival. This collective was so locked in to survival mode. Now, that doesn't mean that you are completely cleared of survival mode today. But what I'm seeing is this grand awakening of always hustling and moving faster than your feet can meet. I see that this collective is so used to operating out of fear, making choices out of fear, and not even being aware that you're actually operating from this lower mind. I see that you have been operating in autopilot for a very long time. And in a sense, this was your anesthetic. This was something that made you feel safe at the time. Disassociation may be significant for you. Being numb to the sensations of your body, being numb to your outside world, your inner world, and just moving along from motion to motion. And I'm sending you so much love. I'm picking up on this sense of ceasing to exist is what I'm hearing. Not wanting to exist. This drab energy, this energy of not wanting to push forward, even though you know there's something higher calling you. But you see, Spirit is not asking you to bend over backwards to make this dream a reality. Spirit is not asking you to surrender your mental health. Oh, I am getting full body chills. not surrender, but to give up your mental health in order to achieve your dreams and goals. There is something about you learning processes that work for you, creating structure in your life. Maybe if you have a family, your family's life is what I heard. That these systems are being put in place. You're learning new routines. You're learning new ways of showing up that, one, are calm and grounded, two, are more conscious and well thought out, and three, you're operating from this higher mind. You're operating from a level of routine, of conscious awareness, of conscious choice, of how you want to show up. The conscious awareness, what I'm seeing is this survival mode is still there. It's still present, but you are drifting in and out of consciousness now. You are drifting from being away from the present moment, but then you catch yourself and you are beginning to experience more amounts of time of being in this present moment. And the reason why you may be struggling to manifest your dream reality is not because you need to add in another practice, not to add in another meditation, not to create a more difficult routine, but rather to be present right here. Because what you may not be aware of is the fact that you are manifesting right here, right now, as you listen to this video. Now, if you are continually scrambling and operating out of fear and making choices out of fear, you are going to continue to have the universe reflect that back to you. Bad things may happen. You may pull less than ideal situations. All of this is happening because it is a reflection of your energy. And I heard she's ready. You're ready to become more conscious. You're ready to begin to be more aware of your body, of your responses, of your energy, and beginning to prioritize your energy above all else. Above all else, your energy is being prioritized. A lot of people wonder, how do I get into alignment? Do I need to do this practice, this practice? There's so much online. It's easy for us to get distracted in what's important. But one of the most simple tools is to listen to your body. And you'll see this blanket statement, no matter who's teaching what, law of attraction, all of it. At the end of the day, it is somatics. Your body is so extremely intelligent. Your intuition is always leading you to your highest timeline, but it is the mind that will get in the way time and time again. I see that you have been operating from the mind a lot recently, but possibly your entire life. Trying to make the logical decision. If I do X, I will get Y or Z. If I do this, I will get that. Trying to think your way through how you're going to get to the end destination. Spirit needs you to know your heart is leading you exactly where you want to go. There will be no confusion. There will be no mystics or feeling lost when you follow your heart's calling. And that is scary because we have been programmed to listen to the mind. We have been programmed to think logically. We have been programmed to do things in a conventional way. But your heart may lead you to do things that are not conventional. Your heart may tell you to follow an artistic goal or dream compared to something that is more logical and analytical. But the thing is when you follow your heart, when you follow the sensations of your body, that is the divine directing your life. So when Spirit said she's ready, what Spirit meant by that is you're ready to listen to this internal calling, to let go of the mind, of the how, of the fear-based programming and decision-making, and rather trust your own divine wisdom. We have the Ace of Swords here. You are experiencing a major amount of breakthroughs and mental clarities right now. You are beginning to receive new ideas, possibly new downloads for yourself. And there is something that Spirit is urging me to tell you right here, right now. Your voice is way too valuable to pass up. There is something about your throat chakra right now. You may be going through an awakening with your voice, where it was hard to set boundaries before, but it's becoming easier. Or it was hard to allow yourself to be seen, but it's becoming easier. I see that as you're beginning to practice this awareness in your life, you're also beginning to see all the ways that you dim your light, all the ways that you back down, all the ways that you don't feel like you are enough. Therefore, how can the world see that? But there is something so beautiful about you and the way that you do it. And something that Spirit is asking you in this moment is to begin to identify where this may come from. I had picked up 2 oracle cards. This is about past life oracle deck, but this could be in this present life. I pulled abandonment. It says feelings of unworthiness and rejection. And I saw physical issues, illness, accident, injury. This could be something that you went through personally. It could be something that you watched a parent or an adult figure in your life go through. But there was some situation where you felt abandoned, where you felt like you were not worthy. And Spirit is asking you to go back to that point in time because there is some nugget of wisdom that is going to help you activate this throat chakra even more. If there is something that came to your mind immediately, trust that train of thought and go down that rabbit hole. Whatever healing modalities that you use to revisit the past, maybe integrate that into your work right here, right now. Spirit is asking you, what beliefs about me were passed down? And what do I want to keep? What am I willing to keep? I'm seeing that you have been programmed, and there have probably been multiple situations in your life that have made you feel like you are not enough, that you need to overperform, that you have to show only the perfect sides. But there is something about you beginning to transform this energy and see past all the ways that you have dimmed your light or not allowed yourself to be seen authentically. There is something hidden within you that is waiting to be activated. And there is something about your past. This could be a sport, an activity, something that you really loved in your childhood. There is something that you have given up that maybe you haven't engaged in a while. Spirit is saying that it's time for you to go back to this point in time, back to this hobby, back to something. You are going to hear multiple signs and synchronicities, or maybe you heard the download yourself as I spoke about this, but you are going to know, so you don't have to force it. But there's something about getting back into that sport, that activity, that hobby, something from your past that is going to give you this innate wisdom that is going to advance you in your career. Because there's something about this energy being stuck in your body of not feeling like you're allowed to be seen. And you are naturally very good at this thing, but there's something about it's still very challenging, where maybe sometimes you will make mistakes as you engage in this hobby, this sport, this activity. And there's something about the messiness of it, the imperfection, the allowing yourself to be seen exactly for who you are. It is going to open up doors and help you collaborate with others. There is a missing link. There's something that you are not able to find a solution to. And although it seems like it's not connected, there's something about you coming back to this sport, this activity, that is either going to get you in connection with the right people, or activate something within your body, release some energy, or help you to have an activation. And as you begin to use this to your benefit, your advantage, you are going to find the solution to your problems. The solution to your problems is anchored in something that you gave up from your past. Again, as I said, Spirit is going to not let you pass this up. You are going to be you're going to have opportunities that kind of slap you in the face, where it's like you can't run away from it. And you may even deny it in a sense where you're like, oh, I'll never go back to that because that's a thing of my past. But there's something about the energy of when you used to engage in this activity that you weren't quite ready back then. You weren't quite ready to maybe pour yourself into that, or maybe there were certain lessons that you needed to learn before, but oh my gosh, I am getting full body chills. You are going to have a full experience, a complete different experience engaging in this activity again, where I'm seeing like this crowd of people like cheering you on and like clapping for you. And you are crying because you did not see how capable you actually were. And this actually might translate into a career. So if your activity does not feel in alignment to your career or towards the problem, it's more about this activation. It's more about you being able to be so strong in your own voice, or strong in being imperfect, in being able to just be seen, that is going to translate to your career, to your finances, to your relationship, whatever issue that is like the big one, the prominent one. It is going to be the answer inadvertently to what you are struggling with. To finish off the reading, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Star card. There is something about how you were in a period of isolation or stagnation, not knowing exactly how you were going to move forward. And what I'm seeing is either a group of people are going to come into your field and they are going to help you advance, or your spirit team is now able to help you. Because previously what I'm seeing is you were so stern in the way that you were showing up. That is what survival mode does. We are running frantically from one place to the next that we are unable to get in relation with our spirit team, with the guidance. And what I'm seeing is that you are being broken down in this moment. And although it feels like you have no solution, you have no way out of this, you actually are being pushed off the cliff. Spirit is watching you almost like a mama bird, watching you be pushed off the cliff. And solutions are going to come in the form of your spirit team, in the form of other people coming in your life. I see that you are a hyper independent person. You are somebody that really likes to do things on your own. You have a certain way of doing things. And although it is beautiful, there's something about you learning to receive help when it is necessary. And this group of people, or maybe your spirit team, are going to come in and help you in a different way that you did not know. And it all starts again with you coming back to the present moment, you coming back to the here and now, because I have been channeling that this collective has been denying certain opportunities that will actually help you. And because you have been in the survival mode, you haven't even really recognized or given it like the time of day that it can actually help you advance in your situation to find the solution to a problem you are facing. And now you are becoming malleable. Now you are being grounded in this present moment. And now you are seeing every day is full of thousands of opportunities, and it is up to you to take it. You have free will. You can make the choice to say yes to certain things or say no to certain things. And this is bringing us to our throat chakra. Your voice is what creates your reality. When you say yes to things that you really want to say no to, you are experiencing a whole different reality. But when you say no, and you really mean no, and instead you speak into existence what you actually want to create, and then move forward in aligned action, you are creating a completely different reality. So being mindful of your words is very important right now. Being conscious of what you say, being conscious of what you repeat to yourself. What are you affirming in this moment, in this time? Because there's something about you speaking things, and although it's like you're lowering your vibration when you speak to people. You're like lying to kick it. You're saying, oh, I know it's the hard knock life, or oh, I know these things are really challenging, and you are dimming your light. But you are not the type that is meant to dim your light in order to make people rise. You doing that is only hurting your vibration. You doing that is actually the reason why you are unable to manifest what you're trying to manifest. And in order to overcome what you are going through in this moment, there's something about you speaking only what you mean. And this is one of those autopilot habits that we become so unaware of. We say the first thing that comes to our mind. We may not even really think about the things that we're saying or the conversations that we're engaging in. But a beautiful example of this sometimes is maybe you don't resonate with talking behind people's backs. You've worked on yourself. You feel like that's not an alignment for who you are. But then sometimes there's certain groups of people or a certain person that you do talk badly about other people's people behind their back. And it could be because, you know, you want the validation of this person, or maybe there's some trauma linked to this person. But when you engage in that, you are teaching them that it's okay for them to come to you with that behavior. And if you notice, you may feel like drained, or you feel like ick, or you're feeling sick. That is because you are having a physical reaction to this kind of vibration. What I'm seeing is your words are actually making you physically sick. So if you have been going through experiences where you feel not well or you are not feeling very vibrant, what's happening in this moment, in this time of your life, is you are becoming so hyper aware of your throat chakra, or you are about to begin to have this throat chakra awakening, activation, where you no longer can lie in those ways. And that is confirmation right there. You can no longer lie to yourself. You are going to become so hyper aware of the way that you are speaking and only speak in a high vibrational way, because you are learning that this is the way that you manifest your life. So do you want to continue to manifest the negative, or do you want to manifest the positive? Now, to really become aware of your voice, to the way that you speak and the way that you show up, understand that you will make millions of mistakes. You will go back to your old autopilot habits. You will go back to the ways of your childhood or your past. But it's not about beating yourself and self up and feeling guilty and all of that, because that would be engaging in the same loop. Your mission right now is to become so hyper aware, not label it as good or bad, but consciously choose a different pattern. Who are you trying to be? Who are you trying to become? And then from that space, make that decision. Who, that future version of yourself, how does she speak? How does she act? These words, as I'm speaking, you guys, I am feeling this weight off of my chest. There is something about your words and you becoming so hyper aware of what you are currently manifesting, because there are millions of opportunities being presented to you daily. And Spirit is trying to help you, is trying to save you, but you have been fighting because sadly, you have been in survival mode. You have been hurt somewhere along the way. Somewhere you were abandoned. Your voice did not matter. What you had to say, your true expression, was not allowed to be seen. But you are moving into a time where you are allowed to be seen, where you are going to get paid to be seen for who you are authentically. No filter, imperfect, funny and funky, and all of the things in between. I just heard Finn. Spirit, are we going to pull any other cards before we go? I'm feeling something oracle. Let me look at my decks real quick, you guys. The shadow. Yes? Give me 1 second, you guys. Okay. We are pulling some cards from my angel archetype deck. This is a light worker deck. How many do we want to pull, Spirit? 3. Split the deck. You said 4. Okay. We have higher purpose. You are being led to your higher purpose. Are you willing to listen to your body? Are you willing to listen to the present moment and say yes to the opportunities being presented to you? 2 more, you guys. We have technologies of love. As you begin to open your throat chakra, as this activation happens, I am seeing that you are going to have this heart awakening as well. You may be somebody that really struggles with opening your heart. I know a lot of people kind of struggle with manifestation. They say, oh, get into the positive energy or feel into your heart space, heart chakra, right? It can be very challenging when you have experienced a lot of heartbreak or you've experienced a lot of trauma and BS in your life previously. As you go through this throat chakra awakening, you are going to begin to have a lot of weight released off of your heart. And there is something about you healing and being able to access levels of joy that were stuck in your childhood, that were stuck in some part where things went wrong. Whatever that is for you, I am hearing heart-opening practices. So if any of you practice yoga, or not, it doesn't really matter. I'm hearing place a block under your heart space. So it goes underneath your back as you open up your heart, lay down on the floor and allow the block to lift your heart space open and up. This is going to allow you to help activate your heart space, your throat chakra, which is going to be very important for this time in your life. You are manifesting through your heart continually. So if you are always like rolling your shoulders, protecting your heart space, cowering down, it's hard to manifest from this space. So finding ways to open your heart space, placing either a pillow or a block again underneath you as you lie on your back is going to be very helpful during this time. And we are going to pull one more. That was it. All right. Healer. Yeah. You guys are healing some significant issues. These issues have been haunting you your entire life and you had no idea. You had no idea that you could not manifest the wealth that you desired. You had no idea that you could not speak your truth to the extent you thought maybe like you could speak your truth. And you're starting to realize all the different ways that you actually have been hiding. And it has been this pain, this trauma that has been almost hiding it from you because you don't want to feel the pain. You are going through this next advancement of healing. And I just saw somebody like in a human slingshot, just basically being pulled back. So if you feel like you are in a hard time right now, that things are rough, something is not right, understand that you are being catapulted, you are being pulled back, and you are about to launch much farther forward than you even recognize. This is an awakening. This is an initiation, and you are taking the call. As you know, we tend to spend the majority of our lives on automatic patterns that we have learned from our childhoods and past events. In this present moment, right here, right now, you are sending out signals to the universe manifesting, even though you may not be aware of it. If these patterns go without proper identification, healing, and reprogramming, we experience less than ideal situations in our life. Hence why certain problems you may be facing right now are not what you actually want to receive. These loops can be challenging to identify on our own, and even more challenging having to work through them. My readings are set with the intention to give you clarity around these loops so you can have tangible ways to reprogram your mind, resulting in the ability to manifest what you actually desire. If you're feeling inclined to receive deeper personal insight from your spirit team, be sure to check out the links in the description. I offer general, love, manifestation, and career readings delivered to your email, or we can work one-on-one on Zoom. The women I consistently work with love that they receive tangible clarity about their situations and end up feeling more confident in their decisions and healing as they move forward. I am going to leave our channeled message here. If this video resonated, be sure to subscribe and like the video as it helps me to tap into your energy much better. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Sending you so much love. Bye.